Quick show of hands. Who here knows how many hours are in a day? You guys, this isn't a trick question. If you don't interact with me, you're going to ruin my whole speech. Okay, there we go. How about how many days in a week? Anybody know that one? Okay, you guys seem like a pretty smart group, so I just have one final question for you all. Who here knows how many days you have left to live? Let me put it another way. Who knows how much time you have left in your life? No one knows. You mean to tell me in this room full of bright, talented, and well-dressed people, no one knows the answer to this question? Well, luckily for you all, I do. And that, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Toastmaster and guest, is what I'd like to talk with you all about today. Time. How much of it we have, and a few lessons I've learned about it along the way. Now, my story begins on June 15th, 2009. And let me tell you all, I was living the good life. I mean, I had a great group of friends, my career growth was going like this, I lived in Santa Barbara, I had a great girlfriend. Life really couldn't get, boom! There was a gunshot, and a bullet to the head changed everything. You see, one of my best friends had been going through a really tough time, and he decided enough was enough, and he killed himself. I got to him about 2 minutes after he pulled the trigger. When I found him, he was still alive, gasping for air. I frantically tried to perform CPR. I did everything I could to keep the blood from leaving his body. I tried to save him, but I couldn't. We never know how much time we have with the people who matter most. So you gotta treasure those moments while you have them. You can never love enough. You can never hug too often. In a moment, life changed for me. Friendships faltered. Nobody could really relate to me. I mean, who could expect them to? My career growth? My girlfriend and I, we split up. I'll never forget her crying, telling me it broke her heart seeing me every day and seeing I had nothing to give to the relationship. My perfect life was falling apart, and at times I felt like I wasn't going to survive. I was struggling so bad. But you know what? I did survive. And I made it through 2009, and I began in 2010 feeling like I'd just gone 12 rounds with Mike Tyson in his prime. Thankfully, I still had my ear, but I felt beat down, I felt exhausted, but I also felt grateful. I felt grateful I'd survived it all, and I felt grateful I had the opportunity to begin anew. And there was a catastrophic earthquake in Haiti that provided a unique opportunity for me. An opportunity for me to break out of my feeling sorry for myself routine and focus on helping other people. So I left for Haiti. And while I was in Haiti, amidst the death and destruction and all the horrible things going on there, I discovered hope. It was the hope that I needed, the hope that I'd been looking for to try to reignite the spark, the passion for my life. And when I returned back from Haiti, I was fired up. I felt like myself again for the first time in a long time. And on January 31st, 2010, I called my dad up and I was telling him, Dad, I'm me again. I was telling him all about Haiti and telling him how excited I was about life and how I couldn't wait to get on with everything. And when I hung up the phone with my dad, I thought, wow, that was one of the best conversations my dad and I have ever had. Life really is turning around for me. The next morning at 9 a.m., my mom called me to tell me my dad was dead. The ironic part of this is my dad was living with a new lease on life. Just 2 weeks earlier, he had gone to his doctor for his annual checkup, and the doctor told him, Mike, you've done it. You have beaten cancer. After a 3-year battle with colon cancer, my dad was declared completely in remission. My dad was promised more time, and he was excited to use it. He was excited to make his priorities a priority. He was excited to do all the things he'd always wanted to do but never did. He was excited to spend more time with friends, to travel more. He was excited to come visit me. My dad was promised years. He didn't think he had days. You know, I had the opportunity to go home and visit my family the previous Christmas, but I didn't. I chose not to because I didn't want them to see how bad I was struggling. I had the opportunity to see my family and my dad alive one final time, but I thought, you know, I got all the time in the world to see my family. All the time. I could have gone home and made one final memory with my dad while he was alive. And instead, my final memory I have of my father is kissing his cold forehead goodbye in the funeral home. Time is our most precious commodity we have, but it's not infinite. It's going to run out at some point, and we never know when. So you have to make your priorities a priority while you can. Now let me tell you, after my dad's death, I really struggled. I'd oscillate from feeling sad to borderline depressed. There was times where I'd spend under the covers hiding, and at times I turned to alcohol just to try to numb the pain. I would lie there and think, gosh, what's going to happen next? Because I felt I had lost so much in such a short amount of time. But amidst, my sad and my despair and my feeling sorry for myself, there was this voice inside of me calling out, saying, Jesse, you gotta make a change. Because if you don't, one day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna realize life and all this opportunity that comes with it is gonna pass you by. You gotta step out of it. And so as badly as I felt, I knew that voice was right. And so I challenged myself to change. In fact, in 2011, I dedicated the whole year to changing, to getting back to focusing on living. I challenged myself to do 1,000 things I'd never done before. I challenged myself to experience things I'd always wanted to experience, like trying guinea pig out. I don't recommend it. It tasted pretty bad, and yes, it was dead. I challenged myself to travel to places I'd always wanted to go, like Machu Picchu, Peru. I challenged myself to take risks I'd always been too afraid to take. I challenged myself to do things I'd always wanted to do, to live in a way I always wanted to live. In essence, what I did is I challenged myself to live a great life. And I did. My experience with the 1,000 Challenge taught me something extremely important about time. That there truly is no better time than now to live the life you want to live. We're not promised tomorrow. All we're guaranteed is what's happening right now. With my time with you all drawing to a close, I'd like to leave you all with the answer I promised you early on. Just how much time do each and every one of you have left? The answer? It's up to you all. You see, I can't tell you the exact number of hours or days that you have left, but that's not what life's really about, is it? It's not about the number of days you live. It's about how well you live each day you have. What I can tell you all is this, that each and every one of you have a lifetime of opportunity staring you in the face, beckoning for you to go out and live it. Ever since I was a little kid, my favorite expression has always been carpe diem, to seize the day. I encourage you all when you leave here today, seize this day. Make that phone call you've been meaning to make. Go for the walk in the park you've been talking about taking forever. But then don't stop there. Seize your life. Live it and live it well. Thank you.